Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is so nice to see you. And I emphasize the so nice because as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if any of you heard me say, this is for me at Community Services, my first in-person event for the Community Services program in 2.5 years. So thank you for coming. And thank you to the library for having us and partnering with us. My name is Audrey Grove, and I'm the Director of Community Services at Masonicare. And it's part of our mission, really, to come out to the libraries and senior centers all throughout Connecticut and bring educational programs. And today, I am so excited because we have Marisa, who is from ShopRite. And I know you said you work in the Wallingford store, and what's the other store? Southington, I thought so. So I want to thank you for coming today and partnering with us. And please remember to come and get some nice healthy snacks. And I think I'm just going to pass it off to you, Marisa. And again, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to go off
speaking voice.
Oh, thank you. Just be careful of those cords on the other side.
Yeah, I will. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. So good to see you all. Like she said, I'm Marisa, and I work in both the ShopRite of Southington and Wallingford. If you're interested in learning more after this program, I do also offer free one-on-one private nutrition consultation. So it doesn't have to be about this topic if you need weight loss, diabetes, whatever, and also virtual consultations as well, which is a good thing that came out of the pandemic. So today we are going to be learning about a very important topic for today's time is eating healthy for less. How do we eat healthy and stay healthy, but save money too? So we're going to debunk the myth that all healthy food is expensive, and we're going to work our way around that because your health is very important. Okay, so I'm going to follow along with this handout here, this pretty handout. Before I say that though, if you do want to learn more, that little QR code, if you know how to scan your phone's camera over it, it brings you to like all my events and different things that we're doing, stuff about the store, or you can go online to shoprite.com/recipe shop. We'll get you there. And there's a bunch of recipes too. Yes, question.
I just want to say that if anybody needs any help, if you don't know how to scan a QR code, we'll be happy to show you afterwards.
Sounds good. Another thing that came out of the pandemic.
Right.
Okay, so we'll start with this handout. So eating healthy for less. These are some tips and tricks on how to do it. So number one is planning ahead. And this is important for literally everything in your life. Planning ahead as much as you can. You don't have to go crazy, but just even planning a day or two in advance will help you save your health and your money. The foundation for nutritious, affordable meals starts with creating a plan. Check your pantry, your refrigerator, your freezer for the ingredients that you have on hand. Then you use your weekly ShopRite circular and available digital coupons to create a shopping list for the items you'll need to purchase. You can also download the free ShopRite app to create a list right on your mobile device. Or you can go online and you can create lists online as well using a computer. It just helps you stay organized. I always love, try not to waste your food. If you can use things that you already have in your house, you're obviously saving money. The only thing that's going to waste money is if you're letting produce and things go bad all the time. If you eat it, not so much a waste. In your planning ahead, you do not have to create like a crazy 7-day meal plan. This does not have to be this stressful event. When you're planning ahead, definitely include lazy nights, include a takeout night, include eat the leftovers night, so you're not letting everything go bad. Include easy nights too. It doesn't have to be this crazy event every night. Number two, eat at home. I'm sure you've heard this one. It's hard to stick to a budget when you're eating out on a regular basis. Going out and takeout definitely adds up very quickly. Even going out for ice cream is like, you have to plan for it. It's expensive. Home cooked meals are typically more nutritious, can be offered in appropriate portions, and cost much less than restaurant takeout or fast food. If you do like to go out and eat, like so do I, it's fine. A way to try to control that is if you go out with somebody and split something. Say you go to an Italian restaurant and the portions are going to be so huge. So if you split it with somebody, you're splitting all the calories, all the fat, all the sugar. So it's better for your health. And you're also splitting the cost with somebody. Or if you don't want to do that, try your best to take half of it home so that you can have like 2 meals for the price of one. So it's kind of better for your wallet and better for your health. If you like to go out. I know I like to go out. I think it's fun. So that's okay. Just try to do it in control. Anyone have any questions so far? All right. Oh, you're just saying, you're just making jokes already. Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say that we like Chinese, but we really like Chinese. Oh, it will give us too. It's always a huge amount.
Right.
So it's a pleasant thing that I wanted to let you guys know.
That's another good one for real. Chinese food is another great one. That's an easy takeout. You can definitely work that into your meals if you like to eat it twice. And that's totally fine because then, of course, it's high in sodium and different things. But if you're splitting it, it's going to be half the amount of sodium. So it's not so bad. Portion control is very important. Okay, so number 3 is DIY, do it yourself. Do your own prep work to save on fresh foods. Buy whole fruits and vegetables rather than the pre-washed, pre-cut varieties to stretch your food dollars. Sometimes it looks so easy to buy the pre-cut mango because you're afraid to cut the mango. But then if you cut the mango one time, it's really so easy and not that bad. And like 1/5 of the amount of money that you'll spend on the pre-cut mango. So take the extra time. Nothing's ever as bad as it seems. Cutting watermelon's easy, mango, avocado. You just got to do it once and then it's not scary anymore. Yep.
Just wanted to add to that. Yesterday I went to the supermarket. We were having some friends over and I wanted to buy watermelon. So I went to the produce section and the first thing you see is the cut up watermelon. So expensive. They had the like watermelon halves or quarters. The quarter was $5.99. The whole watermelon was $5.99. So I mean, it makes sense to do a little of the work yourself.
It
and
does.
get more food for less price.
I had the same.
Yeah, you really gotta watch.
I had the same experience with the watermelon. I was making like that watermelon salad with the feta. And I was like so tempted to buy the pre-cut one because it's so easy and I don't have any time and who has time, but it's like really worth it. And then I cut it and I was like, oh my God, it took me 2 seconds. Like, what was I complaining about? Okay, so bulk blocks of cheese are generally a better value than shredded or pre-sliced cheeses. If you have like a cheese grater, you can make your own shredded cheese. Again, it sounds scary, but it does take 2 seconds and it saves a lot of money. Marinate meats and poultry at home with your own spices instead of buying pre-packaged marinated products. A lot of those pre-packaged things are loaded with extra sodium and extra weird chemically ingredients that you don't really want in your body anyway. So if it is worth it to just add your own seasonings, even if you're adding a little bit of sodium, salt, it's going to be less than the package and taste just as good. You'll save money while having better control of the fat, sodium, and sugar content of what you're eating. You'll be surprised how easy it is. Number 4 is fruits and veggies for less. Fruits and vegetables are usually less expensive when in season. So of course, summer now is the best time. Plus they're at their peak in terms of flavor and nutrition. Some of the most affordable vegetables are excellent sources of vitamins and nutrients, including cooked greens, cabbages, eggplants, carrots. Every single vegetable is healthy. Every single fruit is healthy. And when fresh fruit or vegetables aren't available, it's okay to buy frozen or canned fruit or vegetables. When you look at canned, make sure there's no added sugars or no added sodium. When you're buying frozen, again, make sure no added ingredients. The only ingredients should be, string beans or blueberries, no added sugars or fats or things. In the winter months, which we don't have to worry about now, sometimes it actually is better to buy frozen fruit and vegetables because where they're from, like tropical places, they actually harvest the produce, freeze them right away, so the nutrients actually stay fresher longer in the frozen fruit and vegetables, contrary to popular belief. Otherwise, it's on the truck for so long in the winter months. So don't be afraid of frozen. And if you have frozen vegetables in your house at all times, you have no excuse to not eat healthy because you always have vegetables there. So, okay. Anybody have any questions on that one? Okay. Reduce waste, number 5. Of course, I already mentioned this earlier. Even if you're buying healthy things, if you're letting produce and things go bad, you're actually obviously wasting money. Once you have completed your shopping trip, make the most of your food by planning to use highly perishable items like your seafood, your fruit, your vegetables, your herbs in the beginning of the week. Save the hearty items like pasta and rice could last a long time for later in the week to prevent food from being wasted. Don't overbuy, don't do bulk on like fresh produce unless you have a big household. I have some really cool websites that actually you can type in what you have in your pantries and your freezers and your fridges, and it uses what you already have to create new recipes for you. So if you have a pen, one of them is called supercook.com. And the other one I like is called Magic Fridge. So these are cool when you like have no food in the house and you have just a few odds and ends. It could actually create a recipe with those odds and ends that you already have. So you're actually reducing waste and obviously saving money. I love that. Okay, number 6 is consider vegetarian options. Who is a vegan or vegetarian here? We got a few. Look at that. You can do that in a healthy way. You actually can save money. Plan dishes that use budget-friendly whole grains. Usually rices, quinoa, things like that are going to be cheaper than, meat products these days. Or vegetables as bases. Use them in casseroles, stews, stir fries, and salads to stretch more expensive meat or seafood ingredients. Even if you buy like a smaller portion of meats and seafoods, and both of those things are pretty expensive right now, and have the bulk of your meal be grains or pastas or fruits or vegetables, you're gonna save money that way. It's healthier for you, and I promise you, you'll be full. Incorporate plant proteins like beans, hummus, tofu, edamame to your menu. To keep food costs reasonable without sacrificing nutrition. If you're a meat person, that's totally fine, but just try to do a plant-based meal once a week. Beans are probably one of the cheapest things, and they're so healthy for you in so many ways, and you could do so much with them. Lentils are another good one. Even pasta gets a really bad name, but even if you buy like the whole grain pastas, or the bean pastas made out of lentils or chickpeas, even those are significantly cheaper than a lot of the other things that you might cook with. You can do so many fun things with pasta. The only thing with pasta is, just like everything else, try not to eat a lot of it, and it definitely can be a part of a healthy diet. Okay, go for lean, less expensive cuts of meats or seafood. Many of the nutritious meat cuts are the more affordable options. Select eye round roast beef for a budget-friendly dressed up dinner, or try lean ground beef or an alternative like ground turkey or ground chicken, and make your own burgers and things instead of buying the pre-made burgers. Or you can use it in chili. You can do tacos. Tacos is another great meal idea for using up like things that you have, or meatloaf, of course. If you're confused about like what's delicious, nutritious, and affordable in either the seafood department or the meat department, just ask. They know everything. So if you're looking for something at a certain price range and you want it to be good, just ask. No problem doing that. They can even give you smaller portions too. Like if you find a big portion of a certain steak, you could bring it back to them. They could recut it for you and repackage it. So take advantage of the people back there. Any questions? Yes, one.
Question, well, do a question and comment. I think another way to say, sorry, planting your own, is some of these foods are less expensive now. Buy it
Mm,
in the freezer.
yes,
And I found out online, so I have 400 million tomatoes in my yard.
that's awesome. Can I have some? Yeah,
I didn't know that. Is them whole? Yes. I read up on that, which they said literally, this chip on this plant. Houses that tomato.
that's awesome.
They're not asking where the. But you could pick them from what I read and freeze them whole. That's okay.
Yeah.
Make sauce, puree it and then.
Yeah. Why not? You're freezing your own frozen vegetables.
So I mean, that is like a great way to say it. but
That's even better.
relatively cheap right now.
Then you could have fresh summer vegetables in the winter. I love that. Yeah, that's great. Then will you use them in the winter months?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I just packaged a whole bunch.
probably tastes way better than the winter tomatoes we get sometimes. A tomato can taste drastically different. It's crazy. Yeah, thank you. Okay, buy in bulk. I'm sure everybody knows this one by now. When foods are on sale, buy them in bulk and store them for later use. And that, of course, goes for the pastas, the rices, things that don't go bad. Purchase family packs of meat, poultry, and seafood, or for big savings, then break them into smaller portions and freeze them. Here we go with the freezer. Choose reusable silicone sandwich bags to create single servings of whole grain crackers, cereals, and snacks like popcorn or nuts, instead of buying the prepackaged individual portions. I'm huge on portion control. I think it's, healthy eating and portion control is the most important things. Instead of buying, those walnuts are free to you because they're a gift, but instead of buying them like that, I don't know how much they were, but probably a lot because walnuts are a lot to begin with. Buy the big thing of walnuts because walnuts don't go bad quickly, and portion them yourself. Put them in little bags. It will take some time, but if you put them in little baggies, they'll be like 100 to 200 calories each. Then you could just grab one a day instead of like overeating, because overeating is going to cost you some money too. You don't need so many walnuts per day.
Yeah. And also, my brother shared this with me because he eats a lot of nuts. He's vegan like I am.
Mhm.
And he said that he portions them in smaller packages and puts them in the refrigerator because nuts can go bad.
Mhm.
I never knew that.
Something with like the oxidation. Yeah. It even on those little nut packages, I think it even says on some of them, it gives you like a fun fact. Some of them say freeze me or put me in the fridge. But they all have a different fun fact, so it's not on all of them. Okay, so stock up on pantry staples. When trying to save money, keeping a well-stocked kitchen can make all the difference. Then you'll never have nothing in the house and you won't have to go out. I've done that before just because I wanted to go out. Choose healthy, inexpensive staples like whole grain pasta, dried or canned beans, canned fruits or frozen foods with no sugar or salt added. These foods are packed with nutrients and can be stored for long periods of time. So keep them on hand for quick, healthy meals and try not to give yourself that excuse. Plan ahead for, Friday night, you want to go hang out with your friend or something. But you don't have to do it every night. Choose store brands. This is another huge one. Our store brands are obviously the ShopRite brand and Wholesome Pantry. Is anyone familiar with our Wholesome Pantry? A few people. If you're not really familiar with ShopRite brands like Wholesome Pantry, it's definitely time to give it a try. The Wholesome Pantry brand is free from artificial ingredients and additives at a price that fits within your budget. Usually you'll see like Wholesome Pantry hummus. It's made from the same regular hummus companies like Sabra. It's the same ingredients, it's the same thing. It doesn't come from Wholesome Pantry land. It comes from normal food producers, but it's going to be like $1 to $2 to $3 cheaper than the other products. So definitely worth buying store brands. We're confident you'll find the quality to be equal or even better than the national brands at a price that fits within your budget. Definitely.